There we go. We'll see if this works. There we go. I don't know why this always seems to screw up randomly. It's a pain. It's a pain. But it's Friday. Let's work on more spells. Why not? The two big things I need to do right now are finish the last two spells. We'll do Healing Surge next. I have no idea what Sacrifice is going to be. That one, if I can't figure out what the spell's going to do, I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. And then I have to go through all of the rituals and do a final pass on them. And then I'm going to probably start to get the multiplayer server up and running. Boop. And then actually start playing the game. Imagine that. Alright, Healing Surge is what we are going to be working on. I want this to show you what the AoE is going to be. I'm not sure how big that AoE is going to be. We'll do this. So, first thing, let's come on down to general. Nope, that's not it. Innate spells. I want to look at Serenity. It is Serenity, right? Let's get the wand. We'll get the oak wand. Yeah, this is what I want. This kind of effect. Although I realized Serenity is a little close. You know what? Actually, I think I want it close. But I want this. I want you to channel, and I want you to see, like, where it's going to be. And I think I'm not doing that channeling through the spell. I think I'm actually doing it through... I'm doing it through the wand itself. Very interesting. That was the first way, because the Serenity was like the first spell that I reworked. And I think since then, I've transitioned to a new way to do those particles. And now I'm playing catch-up. Alright, let's sit up. Let me grab some water here. Oh no. Oh, we're running a little low on water. I'm gonna have to be sparing with it. Alright, so let's go into Healing Surge. I think what I'm going to do is create a sphere. We'll do 2.75. So 2.75 is too much. I want like a dome first. Let's set the velocity at 0. Let's make this like 10. I really want to see these particles. Vexus, what you doing? I'm working on Healing Surge. I mean, that's kind of neat. I think that's a pretty cool effect. Now, what AoE range do I actually want here? The hell? Oh. A solar eclipse, everyone! 10 seconds! Oh, there it goes. I don't know what I could do in that short amount of time. You could be out in the middle of nowhere and you can look up and like, ah, son of a bitch! You know, you missed your chance. So how big of an area of effect do I want with this? That seems like it's pretty big. Goes out like 1, 2. Actually, that's not too bad. You could skip a rock. Perfect. They can kind of go up into the sky with it. That's a pretty cool effect. Like it. I like it. Alright. Alright. So I think that's fine. I think the range is a little extreme. Yeah, because I can hit something like I don't know. I don't know. I think it's fine. I think that's fine. You are a healer, so I guess standing back. But this spell, it's going to heal all allies in the area, and it's going to damage enemies in that same area. If you're a healer, you'd want to be a little ways away. Well, yes and no. I mean, I have to keep thinking about it. Like, I know I'm used to traditional MMO stuff, right? So yeah, you know, a healer would stand back, but there's no tank. You know what I mean? There's no tank. There's no, like, everyone's kind of like a DPS. Kind of like a Guild Wars 2 kind of scenario. Right? It's not necessarily that you have someone tanking and that healer can sit back. That healer kind of needs to be up in there. I mean, you could have a Blackguard. Well, you could, but Blackguards don't have a taunt, right? Like, that defines what a tank is. A lot of health, a shield, yes, heavy armor, and a taunt to actually draw aggression to you. There is no aggression drawn, so you could be standing a lot closer. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, there isn't any taunt. Yeah. I could probably make a taunt. I could make a taunt, right? Because, I mean, ideally, you would have... There would be, like, an aggro... You know what I mean? Like, something to do with the aggression, like the aggroed entity. You could force the aggroed entity to be the player for entities that are in that effect, and just kind of overwrite that AI task if you need to. But at what point am I making, like, you know, an RPG or a magic mod, right? Okay. So, for Healing Surge, what have I done already? I worked on this a little last night, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm just going to bed. So, oh, that's Serenity. Here we go. This is Healing Surge. So, I still have an explosion here. Here, let's go to cast time. Cast time. Instead of 24 seconds, how much haste would you have here? It should be probably double flash heal. Oh, that's what I did. I doubled flash heal. That's exactly what I did. So, ideally, I would have a 50% haste, right? Let's... By tier 3, you probably should have the better attunement core. And you would have the better armor. Where's my armor? So for cast time... So you would have 25% haste here, Getting the better core, that would be another 25%. Yeah, 25% right there, plus the extra mana regen. Let's, Oh, there it is. I just had to look for the swirling particles. I'm going to attune myself to this. Boop. Put that on. Right, so technically right now I would have, well, with the other set of armor too, I would have 50% spell haste. Wait, where's that armor? I'm just gonna pull it out. Oh, you know, I'll get another suit. I don't know, I can't remember why I put that in there. You know what? Let's go with the... Go with the black. No, let's go with the white rusty. Why not? I like having choices. There we go. Vice. Vice the white. Or should I go with gray? Old Gandalf. I need to artificially raise my mana. How much do I need? 200? I have 138. Let's do this. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 188. There we go, 208. We'll throw the admin tool out. There we go. Your maximum mana has increased. It can increase even more now. Let's see. Would be nice if there was like a taunt trait on a person's armor or something. Well, the trait, you would still have to, you know, come up with like some kind of taunt itself though, right? So like it doesn't matter if you have it as a trait or anything, it just means you have to like listen to all the attacks. And then you know, how do you do it, right? Do you have like a secondary, you know, like temporary list that it keeps track of, and you have to then assign, you know, aggro numbers, right, that get put into that list, and then you weigh everything, and then you'd have to give the AI task, you know, like a special AI task that could like overwrite the current AI tasks, right? That way when the threshold of threat is greater, right, then whatever the DPS numbers or healing numbers would be, then aggro would turn to that player. You know, it's very RPG-esque. And I'm not sure how it would work in a game like this. I mean, let's face it, the creatures that we have are not exactly rocket scientists. You know what I mean? We're talking about, what, wolves, drifters, shivers that do, like, hit and run. You know, you got the bow torn that kind of snipe you. You know? I've been seeing more RPG type of mods recently, which is cool. I gotta look at the recent mods. Normally, I you know, it seems like every once a week-ish, you know, I look to see like, oh, what are the new mods? Oh, spell haste doesn't work on scrolls. Here, let's actually cast this spell with a staff, a good old staff. Ooh, which staff? Since it's healing, let's do the priest staff. All right, let me see. Let's get healing surge regeneration. Here we go. Healing surge. Boop. That grimoire is incorrect. There is no 1 for healing surge. Let me correct that. Item, spells, grimoire, healing surge 1. I gotta find another spell. Oh, hydrate. That's right, so the last three are gonna be just default. Healing Surge. There we go. Alright, that Grimoire should look better. Same. Choices are nice. I'd imagine if you say you're wearing that said heavy armor, then the armor will have its own description list that attracts creatures more when in combat. Yeah, but how do you calculate attraction in an AI task-driven combat system? Right? Because really, if you think about like AI tasks and stuff, this game ain't the game right now to be pursuing it. The AI task system feels like it still needs more work to run accurately. You know, like with like 100%, like, well, I won't say 100% accuracy, but it's, you know, I'm hoping that comes in time. Healing Surge! Okay, good. So it turned it into a 12-second cast time. You cannot move while casting Healing Surge. Let's try and get like Flash Heal 2. I think I made Flash Heal. Oh, yeah, there, see? Perfect. There we go. So, can you move and heal? You cannot. Ooh. Heal myself. I don't know. Should you be able to move while you heal? I don't think so. Try and remember the spell is when the attention is placed on another player, the hunter in WoW has it. Misdirect. Misdirection, found it. I remember that. I remember, yeah. I played WoW quite heavily myself. Did a lot of raids, yeah. Hunters, all hunters would misdirect, because I usually like to roll tank. So yeah, misdirect on me, that way they could open up. Hunter misdirection in World of Warcraft. Hunters have an ability called misdirect that allows them to transfer threat they generate to another friendly target. This is especially useful in group content like dungeons and raids. Oh yeah, yeah, I know that. But see, this is the problem, Vexus. There is no true aggro calculating system. You know what I mean? Like, basically what it is, ouch, I got hit. Now that person is written as the aggroed entity on that target. You know what I mean? That's where the problem would come in. It's like you would have to create this whole subsystem, you know, and then improve, because you would have to orchestrate AI tasks based on level of aggression too. I mean, it probably could be done, not really well until who knows? Maybe in 1.21 we got some AI task optimization and everything works great. Maybe. I'm also waiting for Santa to you know, maybe you know, visit me and yeah, I understand. Fox Nessa, hello, welcome. Hey, just wanted to say thank you for an amazing mod. Also, you are one of the reasons I started learning to mod VS. Currently working on a class mod for a friend's private server. Sorry for the wall of text, but yeah, keep up the awesome work. That is awesome. Oh, that's so good to hear. Is it a coded mod, or are you working with like JSONs and stuff? Just got done poking on the horses and a bunch earlier testing in 1.21 still. Rhonda went into a meeting, so taking a break from testing, so back to Wyvern. Nice. Good old healing surge. I think you should stay still to heal. Right? Am I wrong in thinking that? I think what this does now, I cause an explosion. That's not what it's going to be. Fox, I'm kind of curious about your mod. I'm very, very curious about it. Because I helped one of my friends, Oates, make a classes mod, actually. Dang, how long did those destruction particles last? I kind of want to see what this looks like. Oh, I created an admin item that makes spells instant cast. Shoot, which was it? Was it the Codex of Destruction? Yeah, I was testing instant cast spells, so let's put the Codex of Destruction on. Boom. Oh no, I'm the rust sickness. Dang you. Starting with Jason stuff, but learning code side, because eventually I want to make stuff that Rustbound Magic adjacent. That's awesome. I've helped a lot of people, get started with modding stuff. It's fun. Coding mods, it's fun. You can literally make anything you want. It's definitely great. Look at this. Boom. Oh. I forgot how fun this is. Oh, you must be evocation attuned. I can't shoot Rust Orb. Oh yeah, so currently I can heal, I can cast these spells on myself, like Plunder. Nice. No Orbin for you? Nope. Nope. Darn these restrictions I imposed on myself. Healing and moving, probably a mixed bag. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about healing and moving. Attacking and moving's one thing, but healing and moving is something different. I feel like it should be a little more premeditated. Like, you could easily jump like 2 blocks up, right? And 3 blocks up, and most things won't really be able to get to you unless they start shooting you. You know, like, is it really so bad to, like, have you stand for however long it is? How long? Flash heal. Oh, 0 seconds. Hold on. Let me take the Codex of Destruction off. Let me put my my favorite Heart of Harmony back on. So, like, flash heal is 6 seconds, and you can heal someone for 9 health. And I mean, as a mage here, right? I don't have Temperance or anything on, but I have 11 health. Right? So, is it so bad that you would have to stand for 6 seconds to heal someone or yourself for 9 health? I don't think so. I don't think that's really a stretch. You know, in regeneration, you create a sphere, right? Yeah, if it's like regeneration. Oh, you're talking about like WoW casting, like instant cast regen, and then like a heal over time. The large heal should be stationary, so simple way: heal over time, move while casting. Large heal, stationary. So do you think regeneration should be instant cast? Or maybe like a 1 second cast? Wow. I have it at like 12 seconds right now. Well, I guess technically it's 16 seconds. Do you think I should do that? Because, I mean, well, this also is a sphere. right? This is just like an area sphere. Right, you throw the orb, and then it creates, like, an area. I kind of do want to make... Maybe not an instant cast. Maybe you can move while casting, but maybe a 2 or 3 second, like, regen over time kind of spell. Maybe each second it heals you for, like... I don't know. God, this game scales so weird. What, like half a little bubble, right? So 0.5? So it just kind of keeps ticking up? Should we do that? Is that what regeneration should be? Although something like that, I would want Flash Heal to be on par with it. Regeneration could be a little powerful. I guess that would just come down to scaling, right? So Flash Heal takes X mana and gives you 3 health right away. Maybe regeneration could be like a slower burn. Should I do it? Is that what we're doing? Oh, I'm missing some chat here. Even Flash here is still stationary if you sit for a few seconds. No, it's not bad. Pots are actually what I'm looking at, but that's because eventually I want to make a druid like WoW. I wanted to make like a shape-shifting druid like WoW. I wanted to do that. It's like, the problem is, like, I'm not... Vexus, you know this, I'm not that great at modeling. It takes me a while. Like, you are by far an amazing, much better modeler than I am. You know, it's funny you say that because I was poking at Vice before about being a druid. It was your poking that made me think, like, you know what? Maybe druid kind of magic wouldn't be so bad. Sorry, I was a Resto druid main for a decade. Nice. Man, you guys are making me want to play WoW. They got that, was it today or is it next Tuesday? They have the next expansion, I guess, that they're sneak peeking at Gamescom. I'm no lie, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'll buy that collector's edition, you know, unless the bots get to it first, but I'll be hopping back into it. I love Warlock and I love tanking. So I usually roll a Death Knight tank or Pally tank. I prefer Death Knight because, like, I don't care about healing or retribution. I just like the tanking aspect. So I feel like the 2 specs are wasted. As a Death Knight tank, I love Frost. Unholy's, like, okay. Alright. But blood tanking's pretty fun. Although I kind of wish I had a shield. That's why I love Pally tank. I mean, regeneration is pretty flex. It all depends on how you're doing it. Let's change regeneration. Let's change regeneration. Instead of shooting a projectile in an AoE like that, let's do it. We are going to impromptu make regeneration instant cast. He's crazy! Alright, we will start with regeneration 1. So let's go into alteration. And let's pull up... I want to look at Flash Heal for this. Because I want the selection... There we go. Fireball that in. You know, I might as well pull out regeneration 1. And we'll put it in the Sanctum as well. There we go. I'm going full on. You know what? I did want to try out Judgment. We'll get the weak Judgment. Put that in. What? Oh, Judgment is mislabeled. It is not evocation, it is alteration. Uh-oh. I may have done that with a lot of spells. Oh no. Alright, let me fix Judgment 1 and Judgment 2. Alright, that's alteration. Soaring Leap, Temperance, Tinkerer. Okay, I think the rest of those are fine. What about Cataclysm? Okay, that's Evocation. Summoner's Soul, Conjuration, Rune of Explosion, Conjuration, alright. Incantation spells. Dispel. Alteration. Arrgh, damn you! Alright. I gotta fix this. So, Endless Breath, Featherfall, Gift of the Mage, Mark of the Zephyr. Yep, Resist Element, Shadow Step, Siphon. Uh-huh. Surface Ascent, Temporal Funnel. Let me fix this. Fly is Incantation. Gift of the Mage. Riftwalker. Incantation. Sacrifice. I gotta come up with a good spell for that. It was such a cool spell name. I just couldn't leave it alone. I had to bring it with me. Incantation, Tide Runner, Incantation, Whispering Void, aha. Incantation, Wraithwalk, Incantation, good. Save. Reload. You were an Affliction Lock as your secondary. Blood Decay was so much fun. Yeah, I love Blood Death Knights. Love it. People would be so jealous. That would make me a mage quick. Wait, what? Oh, turning into a bird and flying around? Alright. Get druid forms? Well, so Vexus, I don't think I talked to you about this, but one of the rewrites I did in this new version was actually separating out and making different clusters of spells. So I did that with summoning in mind, and basically what you have on your stabs, that's one pool of spells. They got like old Judgment here. Boom. But you have these, and then you have wand spells, which are actually keyed differently. Right? So the idea was you would have a Staff of Summoning, and that would like be able to summon and create, you know, like the golems or whatever, your combat pets. And then the other thing I had slated was making a Staff of Shapeshifting. Right? And again, this is just laying basic foundations to rabbit hole myself down. But I think it would be pretty cool to, instead of having stuff like that locked to a certain school of magic, that it's more like a, yeah, you get the Staff of Shapeshifting and you can become a bear, right? I don't know what it's going to look like for combat, but I think it would be pretty cool. All the people on my friend's server would class change so frequently if they could fly. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. And I know something like that would be powerful. It's just like with summoning, right? People are like, well, is Conjuration gonna only get summoning? No. I will unlock summoning for everyone because, you know, that kind of pet system, really, really OP, you know? Like, same thing with, like, shape-shifting, right? Going to cat form or something. You know, it's too good to lock it to one spell school. And I still want you to be able to, you know, like, use other things, too. I'm almost out of water. All right, what am I doing? Regeneration, that's what I was doing. Should it just be called regen or regeneration? All right, that thing's too big. So this is what I'm want to do here. So if you are targeting an entity like a player or something, I think those are too far away. So really, we're looking at like this far, right? Like I want you to see who you're targeting with that sphere. Oh, I duplicated this person. That's right. They are duplicate. I got some pretty neat spells. Dang, Vice, that staff's so cool. Where'd you get it? Regeneration's fine? Alright, good. So, what I need to do now... Let's see. I think the best way to do this is I'm going to have to create a new buff. I'm going to have to probably call it Regeneration. I'll call it like Regeneration 1. We're going to have to make it go into like your buff effects list. Maybe it lasts like 8, 10 seconds, 12 seconds. And each second it can regenerate however much. So let's get regeneration. Where? There it is. Okay. I'm going to pop out regeneration. And I also want Flash Heal 1. I'm not done with it yet. So for Flash Heal 1, I basically want to copy everything. I want everything. Well, I gotta get back to work. Best of luck with the spells. Thanks for stopping by. That's awesome. I look forward to maybe if you come back again, talk more about your mod. I'd like to know what classes and stuff you're making. I'm kinda nosy. See you later. All right. I can get this done in half an hour or less. It was no big deal. No big deal. So now that I have this, I'm gonna comment out the old version of the spell. Because I created something unique. Throw an orb and it transforms into a sphere of influence, right? With a basic shader on it. But that's not what I want, right? That's not what I want. I want to apply a buff. So we can look at like Wraith Walk, right? Because this deploys the the buff system. So I can copy all of this. And we'll kind of put things in here so I don't need this. This I can cut out and put up here. Duration modifier. Put something like this in as well. And I can get rid of this, right? So basically, I'll focus on you as a player. If you don't have a target, it goes on to you. If you're alive, duration left after log out in. Oh, that's if you had logged out. That's a snapshot. Oh, real quick, I have the Combat Medic class done. Druid has started, and the Zealot of the Golden Deer class started. Working with players to outline the other classes. That sounds awesome. So that's exactly what I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be more of an RPG kind of thing. That's cool. I like that. Oh, thanks for. I don't want to keep you from working, but that sounds awesome. Now I'm thinking about that. It's too easy to get me going on other things. Too easy. You jingle the keys in my face, and I'm like, what? All right. So Let's see. Duration left. So that takes a snapshot. Like if you log out and log back in, I keep a snapshot of this and I reapply the duration. I clear the dictionary. I apply the buff based on duration spell effect, right? And spell effect. So this apply buff gets the spell ID. I think this is literally everything that I would need. So this would not be a neutral spell. Regeneration is a light spell, so I would have to change that to light buff effect. Let's give this a try. It's not going to heal me, but it should apply an unregistered buff on myself. Possible ban evader. Oh, look at that. Spell regeneration. Boom. Kind of want to put out the idea of a Death Knight and a Warlock to the others I'm working with. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, too bad we don't know each other on Discord, because that'd be fun to talk about, honestly. I think the moral of the story here is Vice wants to play an MMO. That's what it is. So, alright, so I have these spell effects here. So if we see here, it says that regeneration, like the spell effect buff has started. It's only about 5 seconds right now. I can move, I could see the particles disappear. Here, let's get rid of plunder. Your awareness fades. Let's put this on myself. Let's make sure that it sees the particles. No. So it does not see those particles. Although, wait, I'm looking at Wraithwalk. Here we go. So for regeneration, let's change some stuff here for cast time. Why don't we have it like a 2-second cast time, right? 2-second cast time. Instead of about 4 seconds for duration, let's give it 12 seconds. Instead of a damage for a stat, it's going to be 0.25 F we'll put in. And then the rest of the stats I don't care about. The mana cost should be... you know what? I will make it 75 mana. Yeah. Just stop. Just stop. I know you're upset. I'm changing constants while you're running. It's okay. You'll be okay. Alright, so I'm gonna copy this and get rid of this. Paste that in there, right? So this should propagate a buff. And there's no particles running specifically on the player for it because I would have to create that profile. Which I will do eventually. Playing the correct sounds, alright. Now we have to make regeneration actually do something. Can I have it like every second? It heals for a set amount for so many seconds. I feel like regeneration needs to be spread out a little bit. You know what I mean? Like for how long it takes. What's the druid one? How long does regeneration last for a druid? Wow. Good. Frenzied regeneration. Oh wait, no, that's frenzied regeneration. I just want regeneration. Frenzied regeneration is like gonna be kind of crazy. Damn it, I just want to find the specs. I'm seeing nothing but frenzied regeneration. Compare it to the poultices in Game 2, since they heal over time, unless it's only in 21. It is only in 21, I think. The poultices now heal over time. It's part of the new health bar change that they did. All right, let me actually apply the healing effect. Item slot, no, I want... It's not a collectible, it's a behavior. Here we go, the buff system. Let's do... Whispering Void, right? So I'm gonna copy this. And then this is the 1 second accumulator. We'll put this right towards the bottom. Okay, so good. It was right there. Let's put in regeneration 1. Then player watched attributes. I think I have to get a snapshot of player dot has behavior. See, it shouldn't be player for this. I should put it at entity. Hey, you do it now. You won't have to update that 1.21. Well, I'm not really touching the their regeneration kind of system, anyways. I won't have to redo any of this because it's running off my own buff system. I won't have to do it anyways. So if entity has behavior, and I'm going to say health, entity behavior health, right? So if this is an entity that has health, then I can say entity behavior health EB equals this dot entity get behavior entity health. I can say EB dot is there a packet that I could just tap into? Let's see, we got health, max health. You know what? I am doing this in my admin block, so we will just look at that. Where's my debug block? Here it is. Well, that's body temperature, temporal stability. Okay, so basically, I'm just doing a addition based on your current health plus a little bit. I was hoping there was a method that did that for me already, but I guess not. So I could paste this in, right? So I could just say EB, and EB. So something like this should heal me. Let's see. And it's going to heal me by a static amount. What I probably want to do is say rustbound magic dot full spell dictionary. Let's put in spell names dot regeneration 1 dot to string, and then I could do dot stats, right? That way it's something that's configurable and it's not a static thing. And then I could copy and paste this. I might as well just get rid of the commented out part. Right, and then this would be for regeneration 2, and it would give you the effects of regeneration 2. All right, we're going to rebuild, hop back in, and hurt ourselves, and then we'll throw like a landmine or something on the polar bear. I could check to see if the Rune of Explosion does damage. Did you say you have Grounded 2 before, by the way? Or was thinking about getting it? I am thinking about getting it. I am absolutely thinking about getting it. But I kind of want it to be a gift to myself. I want playing a game to be a gift for figuring out all this stuff. So here, let me come up to here. Right. So let's cast regeneration. That is a heavy ass heal, but it healed me. Damn. Oh, it overhealed me. So I need a check statement here that's okay, if your health is this, I need to put a follow-up that says if there we go. And we'll kind of reverse it here. So if your health is greater than your max health, then I could say EB health equals EB dot max health. Right, just so it doesn't over heal. I don't need it to be that aggressive. Let me know if you do. Yeah, I it's a matter of when I'll be getting that game. Definitely. Let's go into I gotta get to my configs. I want to delete my config and redo it. So let's go into Vintage Story Data, Mod Configs, Rustbound Magic, delete. And just to be sure everything is fine, we're going to save and quit. I'm going to gracefully shut down. We are going to rebuild, hop back in, and then test out regeneration. There aren't going to be any, you know, awesome particles or anything with it yet, but I'm going for the spell actually working first, and then I can have like green particles or something at your feet. 4:44. Oof. What am I doing for dinner? I have nothing to grill. I have hot dogs, but it's not worth the effort. Look at a 1 second cast time. That's awesome. So it's not overhealing me, which is great. We're going to game mode 2. Let me grab the Rune of Explosion. Here, this one, the tier 2 version does 14 points of damage. I'm just, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spawn it right on top of the bear. Oh. Oh, it embedded him. Alright, I'm gonna have to do it like this. That's right, there's no gravity. There we go. Yeah, that did some damage, alright. So I should be able to cast regeneration even on this polar bear. No, it did it on me. Why? Oh, I have the heals locked, I think. I think it okay, so let me just see. I kind of want you to be able to heal other things too. Oh, because it's a buff system now. I don't think... Let me take a look at how this buff system works here. So I would have to create a ticking system outside of this. It would have to be in here to apply that. You know what? For now, I'm not going to worry about this. It could be a future request. Which means I can't really test regeneration casting on someone else. That's too bad. Dang it! Dang it, Bobby! I want to watch that new King of the Hill. I want to watch that new King of the Hill. Selected. Can I be cheeky? And do something like this? No, because it's looking for entity. Okay, it's looking for entity agent as entity agent. I could do a cast on it. I still wouldn't see the effect, so I would still have to come into here, pull up, let's copy regeneration 1. And let's just put it in here. I'm just curious how far we could go here. No. So that still didn't work. All right. You know what I have to do? Selected entity. I need to check if the entity is alive and if selected entity is entity player. Right, just like this. And then I can do this as entity player. Or better yet, instead of wording it like that, I'm usually use static cast, I'll just cast it. There, that way it can apply the buff on the selected player. In 21 testing earlier on horses, you shift plus right click with a poultice to heal something wounded. Oh, I gotcha. Alright, I gotta damage myself. Was that not high enough? Oh, and I gotta localize this, so regeneration. Start spell effect. I'll just copy a random spell here, paste. This would be regeneration 1. Let's get some flavor text for this buff. You feel your vitality recover. And then I can say your recovery fades. Perfect. He's Shakespeare. He has such a way with words. Mode. Whoops. Let's do reload language file. Flash game mode 1. There we go. Alright, let's get rid of plunder. I don't want that buff on me. There we go. Hey, look at that. You feel your vitality recover. My health is slowly going up. Not too shabby. Go a little higher. Um, 11, 12, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it ticked 18 times, about 18 times. Which if you... I guess there were a couple extra ticks that weren't applied. I still think that's a pretty substantial heal, though. Especially if I make it to where it's only a 1-second cast. Right? And then you could just, like, apply it to either yourself or others. Kind of feels a little too good, huh? I mean, how much does a poultice recover? That's kind of dirt cheap. It does 4? So if this lasts how many seconds? About 16 seconds. I have an idea. I think I know what I'm gonna do for the initial bits. Instead of... So a flash heal is 60 mana. I guess I'll make this one... Maybe this will only be 40 mana. Right? 40 mana. And it will heal a little, right? So over... Actually, it says the duration should be 12 seconds. Oh, it's changing the duration because I'm attuned to alteration and getting the duration increase as well. So regeneration's actually healing me more. And actually, it increases my stats, too. It does a modifier on your stats. So it was healing me for a little more and for longer. I think we make, 4 poultices from the minimum requirement for like 16 HP overall. All right. There we go. Gonna take a screenshot of that. We're gonna go down to regeneration 2. So this would only be like 80 mana. The cast time for this would be 4 seconds. The duration, I could still have it set at 12 seconds. But then the amount of health will be that 2/5. Or, you know what? Here, let's stop. Make it 2.0. Let's double the potency from the regeneration 1. Knowing that you can make it better by attuning and getting the attunement core that has the stats. I gotta still figure out a way for you to naturally get that in the game. It'd be super expensive, but... Let me in. No issues captured. I like that. That still feels... Oh, you know what? Duh. It's relying on my configs, so I gotta come back into here. Let's delete. There we go. We're gonna regenerate the configuration. I probably could have just done Control F1. No. I'm out. I'm out of water. There's a tiny little bit left. It's tiny. That's probably why it's coming up with a name of like 17 as well. Let's take my attunement core off. Oh, you must be attuned. I gotta get the other attunement core. Game mode 2. Your recovery fades. This is the attunement core that everyone gets. No more H2O for you. It's so sad. Oh, you notice I took off the attunement core and didn't get the debuff? It's actually because I made the Heart of Harmony. So I expanded it. While wearing this, you are immune to rust sickness, essence exhaustion, which is by taking off your, like, unattuning yourself, spell scroll exhaustion, pet spawning exhaustion. This has become like the thing that I automatically put on. It is the thing. So good. All right, I can cast again. I gotta hurt myself. Whee! Damn it! Why does it do things like that? What's going on? There we are. So I have 4.8 health. Let's pull up. Alright, looks like regeneration is done. 6.2. What'd I say? It was 4.8? So, that is even... I kind of like that. I like that potency because it's significantly cheaper. Right? You know what I should do? There's one thing I miss. I used to be able to look at the stats of the spell in the GUI. I'm wondering if I should try and find a way to put the spell stats on the staff. That way I can hover at it and see, like, the numbers. Ooh, how would I do that? How would I do that? You know what? Let me think about that after I do this. This needs to change. The swirling pattern needs to change. It needs to be green. So let's get Flash Heal. I think it's this right here. Yeah, see, I have Flash Heal 1 in there, so let's pull up Regeneration. Oh. So copy this. And I'll paste this in here. I don't think I want any particles at your feet. Because this just doesn't last long. I think I'll go with the default swirl. Did I not save and apply? What's going on here? Damn it! Why is it not... Why is it not doing what I want it to do? Let's take a look at regeneration. Alright, I think that's going to do it. There we go. Oh, it's doing both, it looks like. Oh, because this is considered a buff as well. Summons Gigantic Dragon. Oh, pet spawning exhaustion. Yeah, that's gonna be that's for your pets right now, but it's gonna be for the summoning staff. You're not gonna be able to just infinitely summon things. If your summon dies or it despawns, you are gonna have to regeneration. There we go. I like trying to spell it. But yeah, it's also I was thinking ahead with that debuff. Or at least I'm trying. All right, let me go into particles. Come on, where is it? There we go, particle system. I'm gonna copy Flash Heal. I'm gonna put in Regeneration 1. Copy, paste. We'll put in Regeneration 2. Make sure that it's only those two. Okay. Yeah, so it's overlapping. It is overlapping. I'm going to... I think I'd have to pick this apart a little bit for applying your buff. But it's fine because it's still spawning the other particles. Suppose what I could do is maybe put it before. That way maybe you get more greens out of it. Maybe something like that. And then I can set the duration for maybe 4 seconds. Let's see if that's enough. Oh, it's 5 seconds, alright. Which means I need to come up here and do the same thing. This needs to be 5 seconds. I just want some greens in there too. Alright, I guess that's fine. That's good enough until I can pick apart the buff system and then surgically put in whatever particles I want. So, that is basic regeneration right there. But that's just regeneration 1. Now, all I have to do is copy. We'll open up the spell for regeneration 2. Alteration. We'll go into this. We will comment it out. Boop. Paste this in. Just double check things, so I'll be using the regeneration 2 effects. It's going to apply the buff on you. That needs to change to 2. That needs to change to 2. And then the ray trace destination. Alright. So regeneration 1 and 2, the spells are updated. So if you don't have a target, it needs to be a player. Whoops. If you don't have a target, you put regeneration on yourself. If you did have a target, it would put regeneration on that target, but this isn't going to work, right? Because you can only target other players for regeneration. For now, anyways. For now. I mean, I guess... I don't really have time. Dang it. I thought I had more time. Alright, let's find someone to raid. I got like almost no one. Everyone I follow isn't really, there's like one person, but I'm gonna try and throw it to someone new. Throw it to someone new. Who should we raid? Who are we thinking? Maisie decided to play more vintage story. Person's drinking. Is that what we want? Kids are home. I'm popping off to get some grub too. It's break time. Nice. I'll be on a little later today after I put the little one down. A lot of people are like playing together. And a lot of these are like may contain sexual themes. Holy moly. Alright. Vintage Dragon. Sure. I'll just make sure they're speaking English. Please speak human.
What is J-Core? I think you'll have to...
Alright. So this person is, Yeah, I think it's just the way they have their stream, like, set up. Yeah, I'm gonna find someone else. Got some weird stuff going on. Let's throw who's this person? Do they speak English?
He even makes like chittering noises like a bug. I hate that so much.
I think that's English. I think that's English. All right, this will be the one. Although it's so I don't know what it is. I look at like the avatar things and weird. But we'll just rate. I'm rating and running anyways. I'm literally driving the car to them, and I'm going to like tuck and roll out. That's what I'm doing. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Another spell done. Right, regeneration's looking good. Healing Surge, it's partially done. I will finish Healing Surge later tonight. That cast time's got to be worked on a little bit. But yeah, I just have to make some kind of ground effect with this. I'm glad we changed regeneration. Thank you everyone for watching. I will talk to y'all later. I probably won't stream again tonight. I was thinking about doing it. I don't know. It may be a drop of a hat kind of thing, but I think if I do stream again tonight, I'm going to be actually playing a game instead of modding for Vintage Story. So once again, thank you. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll catch y'all later. Bye. Adios. See you later. Bye.